He was one of the most powerful men who ever lived. He commanded legions. He governed empires. He outlasted enemies that most men would never survive. His name was Marcus Aurelius, and in the private pages of his journal, the ones he never meant for anyone to read, he wrote about loneliness. Tonight, Marcus speaks with a man named James. He is 34 years old. He has a wife he loves, 2 children, and a successful career, and he has not had a single real conversation in 3 years.
I know why you are here, because you have everything you were told to want, and none of it has filled the silence. I know that silence. I lived inside it, for 19 years on the throne. Let us talk.
I don't really know how to start. I'm not the kind of person who talks about this stuff. But yeah, I have people around me, my wife, guys from work, old friends I grew up with, but nobody knows what's actually going on with me, and I'm not sure when that happened.
When did you last say something? True to another person, not polite, not useful, not funny. True.
I honestly can't remember. Maybe when my dad died 4 years ago, I cried in front of my wife that night. But after that, I just put it away, got back to normal.
You put it away. That is what we are taught to do. I was taught the same thing. An emperor does not show weakness. An emperor does not grieve publicly. An emperor carries it. I carried it for 20 years, and I wrote in my private journals, the ones I never intended anyone to read. I wrote to remind myself that I was still human, because I had forgotten. A man who knows himself changes the room he walks into. That is not control. That is presence. I did not understand this when I was young. I spent years trying to manage what happened around me. It was only when I stopped managing and started becoming that anything shifted.
So even as emperor, you felt this?
Especially as emperor. Power does not cure loneliness. It deepens it, because the higher you climb, the fewer people will tell you the truth. Everyone needs something from you. Everyone performs for you, and you begin to perform in return, until one day you look around and realize every relationship in your life is a transaction, and you cannot remember what it felt like before.
That's exactly it. That's exactly what it is. I feel like I'm just useful to people. My wife needs me to be stable. My boss needs me to deliver. My kids need me to show up. And I do all of it. But nobody's asking how I'm actually doing. And even if they did, I don't think I'd know how to answer.
Then let me ask you now, how are you actually doing, James?
I'm tired. I'm tired of being the person who holds everything together and never gets to fall apart. I'm tired of being fine.
Good. Do not push that tiredness away. It is not weakness. It is your nature, protesting what you have done to it. We are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands, like eyelids, like the rows of the upper and lower teeth. To act against one another, then, is contrary to nature. You were not built to carry this alone. The man who insists on carrying everything alone is not strong. He is simply afraid. Afraid that if he puts it down, even for a moment, someone will see that he is human, and that it will cost him something. What do you think it will cost you, James?
I don't know, respect maybe. My wife already worries about me. If I tell her how bad it actually gets sometimes, I think it'll scare her. And my friends, we don't really do that. We talk about football, work, kids. It would just be weird.
You are protecting everyone from the burden of knowing you. You think you are being kind, but you are deciding, on their behalf, that they cannot handle you. That is not protection, that is control, dressed up as selflessness. Your wife married a man, not a function, not a provider, a man. Give her the chance to know him.
I hear that. I think I've been doing that for a long time.
Most men have. It begins when we are boys, told not to cry, told to be tough, told that needing people is weakness. And so we build walls, so expertly, so early, that by the time we are men, we have forgotten we built them. We think the wall is just who we are. It is not. I never met Epictetus. He died when I was still a boy, but my teacher, Junius Rusticus, placed his discourses in my hands, and those words changed how I saw the world. Epictetus had been born a slave. He had nothing. He lost everything, and still found peace. Seek not that the things which happen should happen as you wish. Wish the things which happen to be as they are, and you will have a tranquil flow of life. I had been wishing my loneliness away, waiting for a different life where connection was easier. Epictetus told me, stop waiting. The life you have is the one in front of you. The people you have are the ones in front of you. Begin there.
So just start talking to people.
Start with one, not a speech, not a confession of everything, one true thing, to one person you trust, even slightly, and watch what happens. Some will not know what to do with it. They will change the subject. Let them. But some, perhaps just one, will lean forward. And in that moment, you will remember what you have been missing. One real conversation, James. That is where it begins. James is not unusual. He is every man I have known. I have been James, more times than I can count. The world does not make it easy for men to be honest with each other. It rewards performance. It punishes vulnerability. It mistakes silence for strength. But I have sat with dying men. I have sat with men who built empires and lost them, and not one of them, in their final hours, wished they had been more guarded. Every one of them wished they had let someone in sooner. Be still. Choose one person. Say the true thing.